So now I've cut up green bell pepper, green onion, red onion, a type of hot chili, green red tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and this is about 1 cup of garbanzo beans. I put them in my NutriBullet to chop them up. I've added a half a teaspoon of celery seed, half a teaspoon of basil leaves, a half of a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a half a teaspoon of oregano. And I'm just doing this for my dinner tonight. And also a teaspoon of sea salt. And I will be adding spring water and spelt flour to make a patty, to make a stiff patty, and I'll come back and show you that. But first I'm going to saute my vegetables a little bit. I like my vegetables to be sauteed and to get the hardness off. For those of you that watch this, you don't have to do that, but I prefer to do that for what I'm doing for myself. So now I've added a couple of teaspoons of spring water. I want this to be sticky, and I'm going to come through and add all right. Now my mixture is at the consistency that I want. I've added probably half a tablespoon of spelt flour to kind of thicken it up. I want this to form a patty when I drop it into the hot grease. And again, I will be using grapeseed oil. So as you can see, my mixture of a cup of garbanzo beans, green peppers, green onions, red onions, hot chilies, and the spices that I told you before, along with the spring water and the spelt flour. I've made about 4 patties, and this will be dinner tonight, and I will have something to eat tomorrow night when I come home. Perhaps I'll make some spelt bread and have garbanzo bean chickpea sandwich. So here you go. My measurements are not approximate. I kind of go with what I'm smelling as I'm mixing stuff up, and what I like. You season the taste for your taste buds. So I've turned my patties, and they look scrumptious, and they also smell wonderful. I can't wait to dig in. This is all natural. Wow, they're ready. And don't they look wonderful? Oh man, I can't wait. Again, this was an all-natural meal. I took garbanzo beans that I had cooked earlier. And you can find that recipe on the internet anywhere. And I put them in my magic bullet to chop them up. I added celery. I added green peppers, and I sauteed green peppers, red onions, red chilies, and tomatoes. And I sauteed those ingredients, and I added them to the garbanzo bean mixture, which had been chopped up in a processor. And I didn't have to add that much spelt flour to make them whole, to make the mixture whole, so I could form the patties. I didn't need that much. And I also added about a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of spring water. I know this is not a true alkaline meal because of some of the ingredients that I have. But anyhow, this is what's working for me until I can get the better organic ingredients to go into my body. But here we go. No meat for my body. Oh man, that looks good. Oh, and it tastes good too. All right, enjoy.